Hey everybody, welcome to another one of my lessons from Raising the Challenging Child. Today we're going to talk about lesson 5, which appears at the beginning of section 1 of the book, which is titled Be a Leader. This is a very important lesson in terms of what we teach about raising the challenging child. It's called the structure, nurture, balance. And I want to start out by explaining that most people come into being a parent kind of naturally drawn one way or another. Like, you're a more structured person. You have schedules. You are very clear what you want from the child. You can be very directive with the child. You are very, predictable in that way. You are comfortable giving the child clear directions on what you need, what you want to happen in a situation, for example. Where the nurture type of parent, a lot more laid back, affection comes very easily to them. They are able to really kind of just be flexible, go with the flow. They're able to give their child a lot of autonomy, almost a more democratic style of things in terms of how they parent. And so I think in terms of hearing this, you can see that there are important aspects to both dimensions. We do need clear leadership and the parent being in charge and being clear about directives or expectations for the child. But we also need someone that can be flexible and roll with what's going on, be spontaneous, give lots of hugs and other forms of affection. So both of these are important. And under stress, and this is an important concept in understanding this overall idea of balance and structure, under stress, we become more and more rigid about what comes to us naturally. So a parent who is really strong with structure, they can get really carried away and be very rigid and barking out orders and starting to sound kind of like a drill sergeant. And a person that is leaning towards nurture, they can be giving in constantly, unable to set any limits with the child, where the child is starting to kind of really, in some ways, be more powerful than the parent in terms of how the household is being run. So the balance is to have both of these present in the parent-child relationship, because when they are being given in the perfectly balanced amount for both structure and nurture and bringing them together, this is the optimal situation for children. When they do feel like that they have the structure, but they also feel like they have a lot of nurture. So one of the main messages about this lesson is you're probably going to be weaker on one of these. And rather than saying something like, well, that's just the way I am, I'm like a, by the book structured person, or that's just the way I am, I love them so much that I just give in to them, and every time I set a limit, I don't maintain it, I just sort of let them do what they want. Well, you're gonna have to rethink that and have a willingness to up your game on whichever one is kind of harder for you, and also be self-aware when you're getting carried away and kind of overdoing this, as I explained in some of the earlier examples. Both structure and nurture are needed for children to feel safe and connected. One is not better than the other. Children need both of them. So that is my tip for today from the lessons in Raising the Challenging Child, and I hope you'll continue to join us for the rest of the series. Bye-bye for now.